Hello, and welcome to The Discerning Nerd. I'm your host, Will Allen, and with me, as always,
Mike Bryson!
All right, this week we're lazy, and we don't have a theme, so we're just going to talk about things we like that probably aren't going to come up during any of our normal episodes.
Yeah, or we're going to tell amusing stories about things that have happened to us and things that we have witnessed, especially on the Interblagosphere Webitron.
Especially, Bryson, because you have absorbed at least 5 people's worth of weird things.
My life has been rife with absurd things.
Because I only really have the one.
Yeah,
but I have the best one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to open this up, and I'm going to use his real name just because I love...
You'll forget in the middle of the story and use it anyway.
Yeah, use it anyway. But if you're out there, Dave Novak, and you're listening to this, I want to let you know that you're part of the weird shit that happened in my life. And
Isn't that one of Bam Margera's buddies?
No. No, that's there is a Novak in Jackass somewhere, and there's a Dave, but I don't think there's a Dave Novak. But no, it was this guy from Chicago that I knew when I was in high school, and he was friends with all the buddies that I was super friends with, and he was from Chicago, and so whenever we said his name, it was Novak, Dave Novak. And he adopted eventually...
Just like he didn't say it.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He adopted some Southern culture after a while. Like, he got one of those big-ass trucks. He always loved the big-ass trucks.
Why would he pick the worst thing?
I know. But it's very important for the story. You have to understand. Because this is the legend of Dave Novak. That for some reason, like, he loved the truck, but he loved nothing else about the South. And so you couldn't see into the truck from standing beside the truck, unlike most vehicles, yeah. And this is critical. Because the Novak family loved salsa. I mean, you would not believe it. They loved salsa. And since they were from Chicago, the way they pronounced it was salsa. So whenever we talk to Dave, we're like, whoa, Dave Novak loves him some salsa. And
want to go down to the pie shop and get some pop?
Yeah. Deep dish pizza.
That is not what people from Chicago sound like.
No, but we'd always rib him just, Dave Novak, salsa, all the time. And that's how he said it. He pronounced it salsa. And so... one day he pulls up, and we were hanging out in some parking lot because we were teenagers in the South.
That's
and that's what you do.
Yeah,
it wasn't McDonald's though. I'll give us that. But he pulls into the parking lot. We can't see into it. We're all just standing around. We're like, "Hey, Dave Novak." He's like, "Hey guys," you know, "Yeetin' salsa?" And no shit, he pulls up a jar of salsa that he has in the truck with him. A jar of salsa right there. And we go, "Oh, Dave got salsa. You got some chips for your salsa?" And then he holds up a spoon and he says, "Nope, just salsa." He had been driving down the road, spooning like paste picante into his mouth.
Ew.
What the fuck?
How did I not know this guy?
He was friends with I guess that one group of friends I had, Alex and Chris.
Oh,
the other group that none of my other friends were friends with, but I was friends with.
Well, it was like those guys who I wasn't really friends with, but I was around them all the time in classes, like Decker and Terrace. It was like
people that we knew.
Yeah. Shockingly, for a high school with as many people in it as ours had, we all still knew everybody.
This is still the South, damn it. We have hospitality.
Except for Vizzy, who I didn't know about until senior year. I knew, I just saw that guy in class, and I was like, "Who's this?" Like, "Oh, that's Chris Vizaraga. We call him Vizzy." And I was like, "Wait, what grade is he in?" They're like, "He's a junior." I was like, "He's been here for 3 years."
No idea. He was. Yeah. I knew that guy.
Who are you?
But yeah, that was always a fun one. It was just for some reason salsa. And he loved it. I mean, he loved it.
You know what would have gone great with his salsa?
What?
Manak sauce.
God damn it. I'm not dealing with this
okay.
right now. I'm not.
The short version of that story is fuck the people who eat at Subway.
Yeah, I did my time in that hellhole. It seems like everyone at some point has worked at a Subway.
I didn't, but I worked at the Walmart that the Subway was in. So
yeah. I worked at the Subway inside that Walmart.
By proxy, I worked in that Subway.
Yeah, it was just people would see the first letter of a word and then just give up. And it pissed me off.
Dude, I had
That
some
just
lady
killed
come up
me.
and go,
can't
hey,
handle
I
it."
need to know if a movie's out yet, or what's the movie called? I don't know. Who was in it? I don't remember. What do you know about it? The movie poster was green.
Nope.
It's like,
You're looking for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I would just make shit up, and like, I hope this is what you wanted.
Green Hornet? Green Lantern? They're all exceptionally terrible.
I literally would go to the direct-to-DVD movies, and it's probably this.
Yeah, here you go.
Just because otherwise no one but me would buy those movies. Hey, I got some good movies out of the What's This $10 brand new movies. I got Manborg.
No! No! Who is the B-list actor in that? Is it Dolph Lundgren?
I don't know. I know that Kyle Hebert is one of the voices.
The voices in Manborg.
Yes.
Priceless. Is it Casper Van Dien?
He's not in anything. He's only in Starship Troopers.
No, he is seriously in like 7 sci-fi original movies. I swear to God.
Well, he is basically the perfect generic white person.
But he's not even that. He's like this weird racial cocktail.
He is?
His last name is Van Dien.
But he's blonde. He's like...
Well, no, he's dirty blonde. That could be like coastal Mediterranean.
No, he's from like freaking Norway.
But he's like ambiguous. Like he's so slightly brown.
Well, if you go by Starship Troopers, he's freaking...
No, we're not gonna. He's
Brazilian.
definitely not from Argentina. Yeah. He's supposed to be from Buenos Aires area. He's just not. He's
well,
not.
NPH is also Argentinian.
Yeah, they're all from. I know. You literally like you have what's her name?
Oh, I don't know.
I can only remember.
I know their characters' names. I don't remember.
Denise Richards.
Yeah.
And then, but her name is like Carmen Fuentes or no, it's Dizzy Fuentes.
It's Dizzy Fuentes.
Carmen some shit.
Is it De La Vega? Is it that? It's something like that.
Don't know.
And then you have Johnny Rico.
And then Carl.
Carl with a K.
Is it Carl with a K?
Yes.
Appropriate because he wears a Nazi uniform at the end.
See, that's why you should just watch Roughnecks. Let's talk about Roughnecks.
No, hold on. Time out for 10 fucking seconds. Are you trying to tell me that you shouldn't watch Starship Troopers?
No, I'm saying you should watch it, and then with the understanding that that's the worst possible version of that story.
No, it is not!
Go watch
Don't
Roughnecks.
you dare! I prefer it over the book. And I am a Heinlein fan.
Okay, let's be real. The book is better than the movie. The movie is way more fun to consume than the book.
Yes, it is.
Because the book is like a rough allegory about like the terrors of war and the trauma. The movie has fucking what do you do when you got a bug hole? Nuke it.
No. I can tell you it's hold on. I remember this. What happens when you toss a nuke down a bug hole? You get a lot of dead bugs.
Oh, we can't forget the only non-Argentinian member of the main cast, Ace.
Played by Jake Busey, who is exactly like his father.
How is the mouth that hereditary?
Right? It's just like they're 50% teeth.
It's just Gary Busey if he was 25 again. It's like
go watch the original Hitchhiker movie. That's just the same guy because Jake Busey was in the remake of Hitchhiker.
Of course,
playing the same character. Yes, he was. It's fucking perfect. But no. That quote about you get a lot of dead bugs, that was my senior quote. I don't know why. But
Our senior class was like, we took the senior quote the least serious of everybody.
I have never met an entire class of hundreds of human beings who gave collectively as few fucks as we did.
I gave them a quote that was...
didn't care.
I gave them a quote that was so long they had to print it smaller than all the ones around it. Because I gave them that huge long line from Star Trek First Contact, where it's like, don't try to be a great man, just be a man, and let history make its own judgments. And then I attributed it to Captain William Riker quoting Zephram Cochrane.
God, that's the best.
So I had a huge paragraph under my senior picture, and the two next to me was two girls, and they both had like, you know, like, love is peace. And
No. My favorite thing is when these vapid fucking morons would always like make up inspirational quotes for their senior quote. You'd have some people who had stuff like, you know, walk a mile in someone else's shoes.
You got that off the poster in the health room.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you look at these people, and they'd always have like, sometimes you just have to catch the butterfly of your dreams, because then your dreams can take wing into the darkness of the night. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then they'll always
doesn't make any sense.
And then they'll attribute it to someone who could not possibly have said it.
No, some of them would literally be like, dash me.
No, my favorite was someone who's like, you know, you will never truly understand a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes, and it was attributed to Abraham Lincoln.
Nope.
No. That quote is from, like, ancient Greece.
Yeah, that's so much older. Yeah, it was. I hate those.
Or that person who put one of those stupid kitschy quotes and then attributed it to the poster in the gym.
The poster in the gym. Hang in there.
Yeah.
That should have been my senior
Hang in there. That cat in the gym.
Yeah, dash kitten. That's it. Just hang in there, kitten.
But yeah, I felt when we got our yearbooks senior year, I was like, oh, I was trying to actually give a good senior quote, and it happened to come from a Star Trek movie. And people were like, where did that quote really come from? I was like, from the Star Trek movie.
From Star Trek? What?
Star Trek is a deep philosophical series.
Yeah, okay. Which is
Mostly.
why I get upset. Yeah, because there are a few episodes.
Well, the other half of, like, First Contact is half, like, the journey of man towards the stars, and half, the line must be drawn here!
Yeah, oh.
No further!
Patrick Stewart chews a little scenery in that one, and he goes.
The best part
shit.
of that movie is when the Lily is like, maybe we should just abandon the ship. No! No! And then he breaks all of his model ships and, like, throws his gun through a window. And it's like, all right, Patrick Stewart.
I almost feel like
somebody got bored on set.
I feel like literally what happened at that point was they just went, Patrick Stewart, can you just Patrick Stewart all over this? Because there is a really shitty, and I mean shitty movie from the 80s called Life Force about energy vampires. You've seen it, haven't you?
No,
Have you seen it?
If Patrick Stewart's in it, I know what it was.
Everyone remembers this movie as the movie where this one actress stays topless most of the time. And seriously, that's all they remember about it. Because if anyone has seen the iconic X-Files episodes featuring the character Dwayne Barry, the main character is played by the dude that plays Dwayne Barry. So you know somewhere in there he's a phenomenal actor. Doesn't pull it off here. The whole movie is written and acted quite poorly. But apparently it's held as like a sci-fi classic. It is not. I warn you. And Patrick Stewart hams it up, boy. Ooh, doesn't he? Not one moment is he not overacting his ass off. Because I can tell you, to him, that movie was nothing more than a paycheck.
Well, it has been said of Patrick Stewart, his greatest strength as an actor is he can deliver any line, no matter how bad, well.
Yeah, but man, does he gum it. Oh my God. He chews it up and he spits it out, and it is utterly brilliant. At one point, he's like supposedly like possessed by the alien being, and he's like thrashing on. He's like, "No, we have to get them somewhere." It's amazing. He can't even be unconscious without just Shakespeareing it.
Why do we need to learn how to throw knives?
If we're back on Starship Troopers,
put your hand right here. If man cannot move his hand, he cannot press the button.
Yeah. The enemy cannot press a button if you have disabled his hand. Medic! How many times in that movie does Zim just look in the distance and shout, "Medic!" It's the best part of the boot camp.
I also love that every single time Zim shows up in the greater filmography of Starship Troopers, it's always Clancy Brown. He always comes back to play Zim.
Good! We need that. He's utterly brilliant.
He's Zim in Roughnecks. He's Zim in the flashback that Rico has in that weird...
the third one.
No, not the third one. The animated one. The fourth one.
Oh, God, I didn't even...
I only watched it because I was like, why?
Yeah, but,
And then I was like, oh, CG tits, that's weird.
It always will be.
But it does have a scene where Johnny Rico stabs a brain bug in the eye with a knife.
I need that. I need that in my
It's
life.
actually better than Starship Troopers 2 and 3 as an objective quality thing.
Yeah, you do realize that Starship Troopers is just, like, the movie at least, is really just Full Metal Jacket.
Well, yeah.
It's just Full Metal Jacket in space. It's my favorite thing, though. I watch that movie, like, as background noise.
Well, it's perfect, because it's a war movie that's played completely straight, but the fact that it's being played straight is the satire.
Yeah, well, it's hilariously satirical of,
Jingoism.
jingoism and ultra-conservative society. It's also hilariously satirical of sci-fi action movies, which is utterly brilliant. I love that movie, and I will never, ever... Like, I will go to my grave talking about how great that movie is. By contrast, Chronicles of Riddick is just bad and good.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I like Starship Troopers. Roughnecks is better.
Is just good.
And NPH gets replaced by Sean from Boy Meets World, so...
What is his name?
Ryder Strong.
Ryder Strong. That is such a good name.
I hope that's his real name. Because if that's
so
just
do I.
an actor name, I'm going to be disappointed.
You just cry.
You know what freaked me out?
What?
Girl Meets World is on, the sequel to
Yeah.
Boy Meets World. I looked up how old the old cast is now. Not that old.
Really?
Ben Savage turned 36 this year.
Wow.
And he's in a show where he's got, I think, a 14-year-old daughter.
I mean, that does make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't technically...
It works, actually.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
It's just like... Recognize there's that last episode of Boy Meets World, and then Topanga is pregnant, like, next week.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's just... His swimmers, they are strong.
Yes.
That's... Okay, does anyone else miss back in the day when, like, programming blocks would all do a Halloween episode, but they would feature characters from other shows?
I miss programming blocks.
Yeah.
If we're going to be honest.
Like TGIF.
TGIF was awesome.
Dude, okay, how about back in the day when the Drew Carey show ran alongside Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, where Ryan Reynolds got his start?
Yes.
Okay, and that chick that would go on to play... who's the second assistant in Monk?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that the same chick? Like, Natalie, right?
I don't
Is that her name?
I didn't watch Monk.
You should. It's good.
It's
good.
It's too long.
No. It's like Poirot, but with more...
No, I mean, I have watched Monk.
Oh, it's too many episodes.
There's too much Monk. Because the premise of Monk doesn't support 7 seasons.
No, he's just... honestly, it becomes a lot like Poirot, where it's just a quirky guy solving mysteries. It's
Yes,
great.
but they set it up with a central thematic mystery that he doesn't solve until the last episode.
I know, and we all knew it all along. But at the same time, like, go for him. It's still a great show. But nah, they had this one Halloween episode where the killer, because it was like a slasher, because they're all non-canonical.
Yeah.
The killer turned out to be Mimi. From the Drew Carey show. I know! It was utterly brilliant. It's this big reveal in Two Guys Going to a Pizza Place, and everyone is just getting slaughtered. And then they pull the mask off the villain, and it's Mimi! With all of her clown makeup.
The best one ever was the one where Sabrina the Teenage Witch's magic went haywire, and it caused all of the other shows in TGIF that week to have time travel episodes.
That's utterly brilliant. I didn't even see that one.
That's the one where Boy Meets World goes back to World War II.
What?
Have you never seen that episode?
No, I didn't watch all of Boy Meets World. I caught it when I could.
Oh my god. That's one of the best ones.
Damn. I have to go back.
Because there's that, like, I think there's only 2 non-canonical episodes. Because there's that one, and there's the Halloween episode.
Where everyone gets
gets killed. And Sean has the best line in the entire show.
I think I remember this.
Because they're like, it's like, you only die in a horror movie if you're a virgin. And then Eric goes, I'm dead. Jack goes, I'm dead. And Sean goes, I'm going to get as sick as possible without actually dying.
That's utterly brilliant. Oh my god. Who thought...
And then they all go, wait a minute. Feeney's dead. Feene? Ow! Feene! Get down!
Get down!
And then I think that's the episode where Eric runs off with Jennifer Love Hewitt. Because she's just in the episode.
Well, it's because of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That was what it was.
Yeah, because it coincided with that slasher movie craze with that and Scream.
But they acknowledge, they go, "You're Jennifer Love Hewitt," and she's like, "I don't know what I'm doing here."
Oh, is that on Netflix or Hulu?
No.
Damn, that's a crime.
Oh no, they don't call her Jennifer Love Hewitt. They call her Jennifer Love Pfefferman.
Jennifer Love Pfefferman?
And then they call her Pfeffy for short.
That's stupid.
That's how Eric gets killed, I think. He goes, "Pfeffy!" Because she dies. No, and then he commits suicide.
Oh, Jesus.
He jumps out a window.
God, that's so dumb, but I love it.
Dude, Girl Meets World is worth it just for the episode. Because, they slowly bring back the boy.
Sean, I know.
Sean is good. Eric is better.
Really? That is utterly brilliant.
Because it's like the two girls are having a disagreement, and they're like, "We need to get them to talk to each other." And Corey's like, "I know someone who's a better mediator than anybody else." And so he calls in Eric, who is now the mayor of a small town on the border called St. Upid Town.
Oh, god damn it.
And he's dressed as Plays with Squirrels.
God damn it.
And he ends up becoming a United States Senator over the course of the second season.
So, if anyone out there is a fan of, shitty horror movies, like in general...
Aren't those really the best kind, though?
Yes. Well, there is one that's... Honestly, okay...
I have trouble with actually scary horror movies, because it's like... I watch movies
trying too hard.
Well, I watch movies to have fun. If
Yeah.
I'm actually being scared by the movie, I have ceased having fun.
And it's just jump scares at that point. And it's a different... I like a scary video game that'll do that, because I'm involved in the action. A movie, I'm literally just a spectator. I'm not even involved.
Yeah.
And I agree, it's just a cheap trick.
And I've hated most horror movies ever since I ruined a viewing of The Ring for everyone in the theater.
The what?
The Ring.
No, I know the movie,
The
asshole.
two scenes in that movie made me laugh so hard it disrupted the film for the people around me. One was the horse suicide.
Yeah, I know, that was dumb.
And two was when Samara's dad committed suicide by putting on a rain slicker covered in toasters and jumping in his bathtub.
Yeah, that was also really stupid. No, that was a dumb scene.
That's a really good way to break the tension of your actually competent horror film.
No, because it was a remake of a great Japanese movie, and really only the stuff that they kind of threw in for an American audience, like a dead horse and a weird toaster man. Which are those in the Japanese version? I don't know.
I've
I
never
wouldn't put it
watched
past them.
Ringu, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
no,
at the
I don't
same
watch
time,
Japanese
that's some
horror
goofy-
movies because fuck it, Jesus,
Slither?
Japanese people.
Slither.
Uzumaki.
Yep.
Oh man, they have repressed problems in that country.
They do. They're actually they are launching an official investigation because they are now officially more virgins than married men.
How do you track that?
I don't know. But there's an official government-led investigation to figure out why they're not fucking and not having more babies.
Well, the women have said why, because they find Japanese men unemotive and standoffish and dicks, and they'd rather fuck white people.
Hey.
They've interviewed people.
Oh, wow.
Japanese.
Jesus.
Well, because there was that rash of Japanese women. They just keep marrying sailors.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "Why do you keep doing this?" And they're like, "Because when I'm in a bar, all the Japanese men just sit there and look at me. The American will actually come over and talk to me."
That's weird.
Because Americans are bullish and
Well,
not
now-
cognizant of the things going on around them.
Well, it's also our fault.
It's true.
Because we gave them, the Protestant work ethic and the silent woman and the stern man of the nuclear family of the 1950s, and then when we got the sexual revolution of the 60s, we didn't share it. We didn't give that to them.
Well, no, we weren't even in Japan until the 40s, but that's their culture was, men and women, keep your shit private. And
Yeah.
also, if anyone is actually listening to this from a country besides America, we know how we are.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Americans of a certain intelligence level are totally aware what we're like. We can't help it. We're sorry.
It's like one of those things. It's like one of those things when you go to another country and you're like, man, these people are loud. That's just Americans. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We are
bad.
loud. We're loud people.
We're a loud, inoffensive bunch.
We need to be better about going, I'm not where I'm from. I need to adapt.
Yes, that is, yes. I will tell you that it is never okay because this has happened to me here, where people have like walked into a place that I've worked and have been like, well, damn it, it's different where I'm from. Do it like that, but here. It's never okay to say that because it's not where you are. So any Americans out there who...
And let's be realistic. That's just like if you're from fucking New York and you're in Kentucky, don't do that.
Yeah, don't walk in and go, well, I want some goddamn soy-vis. You don't get it here. Sorry.
You're in the South. We
do it differently.
We are a politer group down here in general. Not because we're actually politer, because we've had it hammered into us by old white Southern ladies that you have to be nice or we're going to hit you with stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's Southern hospitality is just based on simple respect.
Also, Southern hospitality at this point isn't based on any actual desire to be polite. It's just that's what we do.
You do this. Yeah, you do that. You say please and thank you. You hold the door open. You open doors. You pull chairs out. That's what you do.
I've met people from the North and from the West who are like, why do you call everybody sir or ma'am? I was like, because it's a fucking Pavlovian reaction.
Because that's when someone...
I can't not do it.
Yeah, when someone talks to me, I'm like, no problem, sir. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. And I'm getting to the age where I should be a sir now.
Yeah.
Kids are going to start calling me sir. We have beards.
Well, I've had a beard since high school.
I just recently, at the age of 28, found out I could grow one. It's not a good feeling.
No, remember, I was like that one kid in our high school
who had like a full...
Who could barely grow it. So I had...
But you fucking try.
I only had the chin. It was...
Check it out, though, dude.
It was the worst.
This thing is looking nice. I am very surprised this happened.
Yes.
As I was pretty sure I was going to come in patchy and funky for the rest of my life. But, you know, not bad.
It goes, again, if you're a teenager, by the time you're about 25, usually it fills in, or you just can't have a beard.
Yeah, or you're not supposed to have one.
Or if you're also one of those people who doesn't get beard on your cheeks, like you can grow a mustache and a goatee, but then it goes down to your neck, up to your sideburns, that's not a beard. Don't grow that.
No. In fact, specifically to look good, what you can do is tilt your head down, and then look in a mirror as you're pulling up, and you'll eventually see that crease where it first creases, like right there under your chin. You shave up to that line. And then you shave all across your neck, straight up to that line. And then you shave down off of the meaty part of your cheek. Like where your cheekbones are, till about an inch below that, you shave down. That is called trimming, and it looks nice.
Yes.
You want to do that.
The stigma of beards for the last... 50 years in America, has been because the only people who had beards...
Big, shaggy fucking beards.
Big, gross rednecks, or like mountain folk who didn't maintain
hillbillies.
them.
Man, why aren't there more hillbillies nowadays? Real ones, not rednecks, not guys in the country like their trucks. I mean, hillbillies. Like, they still shit in outhouses, they have kerosene lamps, and they wear overalls with nothing underneath them.
Because we spent a lot of money in this country bringing civilization.
But, like, come on. There's something about a jug-blowing hillbilly. Their idea of music is literally like someone scratching on a washboard while three dudes sit with different jugs of different liquid fills. Just... We need this in our lives. Why is that gone?
Because Deliverance ruined it.
Oh, yeah!
Because Deliverance said,
because now everyone
what are hillbillies? They're like crazy inbreds who play really good banjos but will rape you.
And just they rape, like, God, it's like a pastime, apparently.
Which is not true.
No,
hillbillies
they don't.
Are usually perfectly lovely if you can understand what they say.
And they do hoedowns, like real ones. Not like, we're going to do a hoedown everywhere your cowboy boots and square dance. No, hoedowns where everyone's drunk as shit on pure, like, grain alcohol. Like, everyone's toasted. There's like three dudes, like I said, playing music. One's jug, fiddle, and washboard, and everyone else is just clapping and stomping. And there's a table full of food that smells like heaven and is bathed in gravy. And you go home drunk, full, and horny. And it's the best thing. Why don't we have that?
And if anybody complains about us stereotyping, we're from the South. These things are real.
These people exist, but we need to know more of them. Because whether you're doing...
Well, we don't live near mountains, and that's where they all are.
We need to drive up to the Blue Mountains, man. We need to go to the Appalachian Mountains and find these mountain men. Because I want to do a hoedown, or a shindig, or a hootenanny. I want one of those three. They're essentially the same, but specifically a hootenanny, a fight is likely to break out. And at a shindig, The dancing is more energetic.
I want to go to Louisiana and find, like, a Creole person and just teach me your ways.
Yes, yes. I want to learn how...
I want to understand your patois. 100%, because I know nobody does it right on TV. I want that to be my marketable skill as an actor. I can actually sound Cajun.
That would be brilliant.
Because then we won't get shit Gambit, like in fucking Wolverine movie.
No, I will always...
Come on, Taylor Kitsch. You didn't even have a southern accent. You sounded like you were from Texas.
And now, mon ami, y'alls wanna come on down and fight the Gambit?
All he's got to do is sound like Troy from Swamp People.
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what I want Gambit to sound like.
Yep. Or, I mean, could he honestly sound like that one dude from Waterboy?
Not quite that far. Like, less than that, but more than, like, 90s cartoon Gambit.
Yeah.
Who just...
Hey there, mon ami. What is it you guys is doing here?
Or, like, the weird... Wolverine and the X-Men was an underrated cartoon. It had problems, but I found it enjoyable. Phil Lamar voicing Gambit was weird.
Which is because Phil Lamar voices a lot of stuff.
Phil Lamar voices lots of stuff. Phil Lamar is a great voice actor.
Amazing.
Phil Lamar sounds really black.
Gambit is not.
He's not. Honestly, if they had just made him Black Gambit, I would have been fine with that.
Well, no, because then everyone would have raised some sort of stink, because anytime you change the race of a superhero in an adaptation, everyone shits their britches.
Oh, fuck off. Like, half of all Cajuns are black people.
Probably more than that. And not just that, it's people need to stop getting upset. Like, that whole, like, even though it's a shitty movie...
Honestly, I get more upset when they get the hair colors wrong, because that's way easier to not do.
Yeah! Like
the weird preponderance of brown-haired blonde people in the Marvel movies. Captain America's supposed to be blonde.
And it's...
that one only bugs me because it's real easy to dye someone's hair the right color.
It is.
And there's no actor on Earth who's just going to go, no, you can't dye my hair. No.
I think specifically Jennifer Lawrence did do that. She's wearing a wig in all the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah, but she's very rapidly grown a reputation as being a nightmare to work with. So.
Yeah.
But, like,
but in a Samuel L. Jackson way, where she just has, like, ridiculous but easy to accomplish demands.
Yeah.
I want to be that kind of actor.
But, like, on the DC TV shows, Arrow, Ollie Queen is blonde.
Yeah, he's...
Brown hair in that show.
He is super blonde.
Frickin' on The Flash, Barry Allen is supposed to be blonde.
It really is just no blonde.
They just won't let them have blondes. They cast people with brown hair and then just don't bother. Supergirl is supposed to be blonde.
Well, I guess she's kind of... she's like dirty blonde. I know it's barely, but I'm stretching here, okay?
But it's one of those, like, I would get it if he was like, okay, but all of the people who get cast as characters who are supposed to be blonde all have the same hair color. And it's that really dark brown.
Well, it's this.
Yeah.
They have my hair color. It's like just chocolate. It's just perfect milk chocolate.
Come on. Try.
No, it's not copper. It's not red enough.
Like, try. Like,
bronze. It's a bronze hair color.
At least, because, you know, like Harry Potter, Harry's eyes are the wrong color. But that was because Daniel Radcliffe is allergic to contact solution.
Yes.
They tried, and there was a problem.
And it's, yeah.
And then they cast a Lily Potter who had blue eyes, so all of the comparisons still worked. Boop. Smart. Good. That's fine. Honestly, I'd love if they went crazy multi-ethnic casting.
Because ethnicities are, and we know this, grossly and horridly underrepresented in our media.
And there are only certain superheroes that have to be certain ethnicities. Like, Luke Cage has to be black because being black is part of what Luke Cage is.
It's part of his backstory. It's like John Stewart, Green Lantern.
Yeah. Or like, you know...
Because, like, literally his background... Because did he grow up in New York? Did he literally, like, is it Brooklyn? But, like that is legitimately a thing. Black Panther, because he's from fucking Wakanda.
Yeah, he's from an African country. Captain America needs to be white, because he's from the 40s in Brooklyn in the 40s.
Exactly. But, like... Like, if they suddenly came out and said that Beyonce was playing Carol Danvers in the Captain Marvel... I think it's Marvel, isn't it? It can't
Only
be Marvel.
the boy one.
Is Marvel?
Is Marvel.
She's actually going to be Captain Marvel?
She's Captain Marvel, yeah.
Okay. That's still not tied together with the whole Shazam DC bullshit?
It's not even that. It's Captain Marvel, the male version, was a man named Marvel.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I'm not up on that one. But like, if they suddenly announce that, because I know they've announced it, but like, I wouldn't care. Strictly because...
I would care because Beyonce's a terrible actress, but...
Are you kidding? Foxy Cleopatra deserved an Oscar. It deserved an Oscar.
Stop that.
You have to finish with 3 snaps. You can't just do 2 snaps.
Don't do that.
You can't be sassy if you're not snapping.
Also,
but no, it's just one of those silly things when it's a legitimate complaint to whitewash a cast, you can't bitch
when they do the opposite.
No, because like the whole problem that people have with whitewashing a cast is that a lot of times when that happens, the ethnicity was probably important, or you could have easily cast
the right ethnicity,
and it wouldn't have mattered. With how many white people show up in movies, it's totally okay to throw some other races in there. You should not be upset about that. That is, at the end of the day, an incredibly dumb thing to be upset about, period.
And honestly, let's go into the nerd sphere. That's why lots of people are really pissed off about the casting in Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
Although the Japanese aren't pissed off. But that's because they don't have a cinematic history of whitewashing. That's not something that their culture cares about.
No.
Because they're used to white characters being played by Asians.
Exactly.
Because that's all they have. But
that's one of those things
But here's what really pissed me off when they released the full, revealed cast so far. Most of the characters are Asian, but not the Major, Bato, or Aramaki.
Yeah, because they are rebuilt.
They're the 3 most important characters, and they're the 3 that aren't Asian.
People were specifically pissed off about Scarlett Johansson. Now,
honestly, she'll probably be really good in that movie.
She'll kill it.
But it's
she can channel Black Widow straight into the Major.
There were Asian actresses who could have done it.
There were.
And if you needed to have your big white person, just Bato is not any specific ethnicity, I don't think.
No.
Because he's a full-body cyborg. He can be whatever the hell.
Well, so was the Major, because the Major used to be a guy. Got rebuilt into a lady.
Well, she was a lady, and then she was a guy, and then she was a lady again.
Either way, but one of the things they were actually upset about, I found out with that one, the big thing they were upset about, which they were right to be upset about this, and the filmmakers have said they are scrapping this entirely, they were going to use computer-generated effects in order to alter their eyes to look more Asian. And everyone thought
God.
that they were going to give them an occipital.
That's creepy.
And so, yeah, that, the Japanese were like, no, don't do that. They were upset about that. And then everyone's like, they whitewashed the cast. That's what they're mad about. And then they're like, no, we're not upset about that. We don't care about that. We've never cared about that. We only care about this part.
I'm a little annoyed because they have announced officially that Scarlett Johansson's character is just called the Major. She's not called Motoko Kusanagi. Because why the fuck would Scarlett Johansson be named Motoko Kusanagi?
Because she's a rebuilt cyborg.
Well, she's a sex android from Japan.
I know, but she's you can... When you can rebuild an entire cyborg body, it can look like whatever the fuck you want it to look like. And so the name wouldn't matter. But oh well, I'll throw my hands up on that one. That just kind of pissed me off.
It's annoying.
Well, it's like when they announced that they were going to do Akira in America, and they're still not moving forward on that, by the way.
Good.
But Leo DiCaprio was supposed to play Kaneda! The only way I'll pronounce that name.
They would have just called him Canada to justify why he was white.
Well, apparently, his,
wasn't it they were going to be like Terry and Kenny or something?
They did that. I am punching dicks. That is... I am just going to work up that corporate ladder, just knocking dudes in the C word, just straight up. I'm going to cock punch every single person involved in that film until everyone... And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down on it, too. So that, like, I knock the balls, but also drag my bony-ass knuckles straight down the shaft and pop the head straight off. I'm going to burn their pubes off with friction if they rename them Terry and Kenny.
Look, I'm just super amused by, DC just did their Rebirth event. They canceled the New 52.
Thank God.
They had an event called Convergence, and they brought back the pre-New 52 universe with some of the more popular things from the New 52 kept in.
How many times have they done, like...
5. They done it 5 times.
Well, and specifically, how many times they've done we have to reign in the multiverse, then let's bring back the multiverse. Oh shit, it's getting out of control, let's reign in the multiverse. Because you had Crisis on Infinite Earths, which destroyed the universe.
Well, there's Crisis on Infinite Earths, which destroyed the multiverse.
Yep.
There is 0 Hour, which rebooted the post-Crisis universe.
Yes.
There is
Infinite
Crisis, which brought the multiverse back in a limited way.
Yeah.
You got the 52 universes. And then you had Final Crisis, which brought back the original Infinite Universes.
Yep. And Flashpoint did something similar where, like...
Flashpoint is what caused the New 52.
Flashpoint caused the New 52, which was supposed to once again reign in the multiverse.
And then they did Convergence, which brought back the original continuity.
Which original continuity?
The pre-Flashpoint continuity.
Fuck DC!
With changes, because Convergence was technically several versions of the universe being crammed together into one.
God damn it.
It's mostly the pre-Flashpoint universe, but there is some stuff from New 52. There's some stuff...
Question. Does Hawkman...
I don't even know what the fuck's up. Here's the big things that I know about that I thought were cool.
I'm just asking, like, if at the end of all of this, the way I will judge whether or not DC has been overtly successful on this is overall... Am I confused by Hawkman? If I am still confused by Hawkman, they have failed.
But I'll say, the big changes that I'm aware of, because I stopped reading comics because I hated the New 52 a lot.
Everyone did. No one likes it. It's just as bad as Civil War.
One of the good things in New 52 was they revealed about 2 years into the New 52 that pre-Flashpoint Superman still existed. He had been sucked into it somehow with Lois.
Mm-hmm.
So they were living incognito in Metropolis as whatever their aliases were with their son, who was actually their son. So when Convergence happened and New 52 Superman died and all this shit happened, Superman's back to being Superman. But he's still married to Lois and they still have their, 5-year-old son.
So in other words, the one thing that everyone always wanted Superman to have, which was Lois Lane and a goddamn family...
Yeah.
And still get to be Superman?
Yep.
Now this is the thing, why is it that whenever Superman loses his powers, he just becomes a shit?
I don't know.
Every time he loses, Wonder Woman lost her powers, and she still punched dudes in the face.
Well, there was one story arc right after Final Crisis where he lost his powers for a year, and they reveal that just basically, instead of him being Superman, he was Clark Kent, action reporter.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's the only superhero that, upon losing his powers, doesn't continue to superhero.
I think, honestly, that's just a factor of the type of superheroing he did.
Well, yeah, but he could still punch, dudes.
But he can't, though, because all of his, heroing is based on his powers. He doesn't even know how to fight. Why would you know what? Why would you learn karate if you could punch a hole in the moon?
I will say this. One adaptation ever did it right. And that was the Justice League Unlimited arc for, 3 episodes where he was flung into the far future with Vandal Savage, where the sun...
And he fucking beat up wolves to pull his sled.
Dude! Why don't we ever in the comic books get to see him do that shit right there? He's clearly still built as fuck, right? He's not a small guy. He could literally just fight any bit as good as Batman, Oliver Queen, Black Canary, hand-to-hand, what was the old cat? Wildcat, that's it. The guy who is voiced by R. Lee Ermey. I swear to God. But yeah, why? I mean, he can do that. Why don't you have him do that in the comics? But they don't. He's always just I gotta grow a beard and walk for a while. Fuck you! Fuck you, Jeff Loeb.
What I was going to say, the other thing I thought was super hilarious about Convergence is during New 52 they introduced a new version of Wally West. He just pulled cheese out of his couch.
Dude, I found couch cheese. Oh, that is the gnarliest thing I've ever seen. I'm not opening this bag. How long has this been here? My wife is going to be pissed. Because I can tell you right now.
She was hiding that for later.
No, she was not hiding this cheese, I guarantee you.
Oh, God, she's been farting on it. It's fart cheese.
It's not it's just couch cheese. It's just sofa cheese. I'm not eating this. We're gonna...
Good.
It doesn't... I don't think it's been there for that long. It doesn't smell bad. I'm not eating it.
Get rid... Just moving on from the cheese.
All right, yeah.
Put it back where you found it.
I'm going to put it back.
Just put it back.
All right, I'm going to put it back. It's back.
Okay. But they introduced a new version of Wally West, who, to match up with the Flash TV show, was black. Mm-hmm. And when they did Convergence, everyone was like, oh shit, what are they going to do? There's just 2 Wally Wests now.
Cool.
There's the old ginger Wally West, who is just the Flash. He got to stay an adult and be the Flash with Barry as both of the Flashes. And black Wally is Kid Flash.
Cool.
And so is Bart Allen, because there's too many goddamn people in the Flash family.
There are. Well, it's like...
There are more Flashes than Batmans. Bat-Eye.
It's the Bat family.
The Bat family
Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights. That's what they call them. Yeah. Gotham Knights.
The Bat family is large. Especially after Convergence, where you got everything back. Because one thing people bitched about in Convergence is a bunch of characters or in New 52 is a bunch of characters disappeared. Stephanie Brown disappeared.
What, didn't she eventually become Spoiler? Isn't that who became Spoiler?
Well, she was Spoiler originally, and then she was... Who? Then she was Robin, then she was Spoiler again, then she was Batgirl.
Her dad was Cluemaster, right?
Yeah.
And her whole name was based on the fact that she spoiled...
Yeah, but then she was briefly Batgirl.
Discount Riddler.
And then she fake died, and then she came back as Spoiler for a little bit, and then she became Batgirl until New 52, and then she vanished.
She just wasn't there.
And Cassandra Cain, the Batgirl before her, vanished.
You mean like the only two...
The 2 good Batgirls!
The only 2 females... literally, the Bat family, I think, has, 4 decent females? It's Huntress, because I include her.
Well, okay, I'm just going to go through the Bat family as it exists right now.
Jesus.
Batman.
Yeah, we
covered that. Nightwing.
Yep.
Dick Grayson.
Yep.
Red Hood, who is now mostly a hero, is Jason Todd. Red Robin, which is Tim Drake. There's not a Robin right now because Damian got killed. Because
in New 52?
Yeah. Because, man. Grant Morrison killed a 10-year-old. Crazy psycho. But then we've got Barbara Gordon, who was Batgirl, then Oracle, is now Batgirl again because... Okay.
Did they fix her fucking legs?
Yes. They uncrippled her.
But that was one of the points is that this is she's
there's consequences.
She specifically said she never wanted to fix her legs because they offered her that option so many times.
Well, she straight up says, "If you, I know you can fix me, but you're going to use alien science or some kind of cyborg crap, and I don't want to get anything that the normals can't have
because that's the point of the Bat family."
Yeah.
God damn it!
And Oracle was better anyway.
Yeah,
because
she had having someone with an eye in the sky was actually really fucking useful.
Having the sentient internet on your side was super useful. And then they had Cassandra Cain, who was Batgirl.
Yep.
She's back now as Black Bat, which was her code name after she stopped being Batgirl.
Yeah.
And Stephanie Brown is back as the Spoiler. There's Batwoman, which is Kate Kane, the lesbian.
Is that Cassandra Cain's...
No.
No relation?
No.
Oh.
Their names are spelled different.
Oh, K-A-N-E?
Kate Kane is K-A-N-E, because she was
Wait. K-A-T-E, K-A-N-E?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
Oh, whatever.
And Cassandra Cain is C-A-I-N.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
But, it was...
Really?
It's because way back in the first Batgirl was Betty Kane.
Oh, is she a legacy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Even though Betty Kane doesn't exist. No, Betty Kane does exist, because she was a hero called Flamebird who just disappeared. There's a lot of Bat family!
All right, we're rolling.
She's just off. I don't know what the hell happened to her. But Kate Kane is Batwoman. Luke Fox, the son of Lucius Fox, is Batwing, which is the, cyber technology Batman.
Oh.
I think actually, as of Convergent,
Is Huntress in that?
no.
Okay, she's not included in the Bat family. Because I know she's...
No, she is, because she's back. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. She was gone.
I knew it.
When they did New 52, she became a Power Girl character. Because they were from Earth 2. Power Girl's backstory has always been she's from Earth 2. She's the Earth 2 version of Supergirl, who got pulled into Earth 1 and stuck in there, basically.
Except you can hurt her by hitting her with a stick.
Not anymore. They fixed
I know, but come on.
They changed that. But
hey, she has a hole in her costume. Because she
Fuck.
doesn't...
Shut up.
She doesn't have a logo to put there.
Shut up.
She doesn't have a logo.
I hate you.
She could just put an S.
Let me explain this insanely complicated thing to you. In New 52, she came from Earth 2 like normal, but she also came with Helena Wayne, who was the Earth 2 daughter of Batman and Catwoman. Catwoman's also in the Bat family.
Yeah.
So Helena Wayne
was... she's like a good bad girl. It's weird.
Yeah. So Helena Wayne was Robin, and then when they came to New 52 Earth 1, there already was a Robin, so she became the Huntress.
The Huntress.
I really am not sure what happened to her, because they brought back Helena...
Whatever the other last name
I think it's Bettinelli?
Some
Italian name.
Some Italian-ass shit. That's why she has ties to the mob.
But when Dick Grayson faked his own death to become a secret agent, a mole in a...
What the fuck?
He faked his death so he could join a secret spy organization as Batman's mole. And his partner in the secret spy organization is other Huntress. Although, interestingly, they changed her ethnicity. Because Helena Wayne is White Huntress, so this one is Roma. Because she is. Like, that was part of her backstory.
She's a Romani?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that was part of her backstory
That's neat.
thing.
Roving gypsy.
Woo!
Yeah.
So that Huntress is back. Am I forgetting anyone? Anarchy's not there anymore. Damien's dead. Azrael, I don't know what the fuck the deal is with Azrael right now.
I think he's written out. He doesn't really do any...
I think he's gone. I'm trying
I didn't think Azrael was really involved since Battle of the Cowl.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared at that point.
Yeah.
The little teleporter girl. What was her name? The little teleporter girl who was Oracle's sidekick.
I can't remember, dude. I don't know that one.
I liked her. She was cool.
You know, this is like trying to talk about Venom.
Yeah.
Like, trying to talk about the symbiotes is impossible.
Yeah.
Because there's the first Venom, the second Venom, the third Venom, then there's Toxin, and then there's Anti-Venom, White Venom, and there's Carnage. There's different versions of Carnage. We have to remember that...
There's two other ones who I can't remember the names of.
Yeah, but they're all, like, Venom's children. And then, like, the new Venom and, like, Anti-Venom or White Venom is also a child of Venom, but not the true Venom. And then there's technically, like... I'm trying to remember. There was Toxin, I think, is a good guy.
Yeah. Dude, there are multiple spiders now.
Yeah, because there's Spider-Gwen.
Well, because they had a fucking thing where they had, like, Spider-Man of the Multiverse defending the Spider-Man, and eventually it all just settled. Because now Peter Parker is still Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. He is in charge of the Spider-Man organization.
Because is this Jaime?
Miles Morales got pulled into main Marvel continuity.
What was he, Ultimate?
He was Ultimate.
Okay, cool. I like him.
He's the other Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's Spider-Girl, who I do not know the name of that actual character.
That's Hawkeye's daughter, right?
No.
I thought that was Hawkeye's daughter.
There's Spider-Woman, which is Jessica Drew.
Yep.
It
was an Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
That was when Spider-Girl was...
I cannot remember who Spider-Girl is.
Because
it's not Mayday Parker from the future one. It's a different Spider-Girl. There's a character called Silk, who I don't know anything about because I don't read Spider-Man comics.
And there's Spider-Gwen.
And there's Spider-Gwen. So there's 6 Spider-Mans.
Jesus.
Which consist of 4 women, a 12-year-old boy, and Peter Parker.
Yep. At least it's not the Clone Saga.
No, that's true.
You know the Clone Saga was supposed to wrap after, like, just a handful of issues, and they extended it? And it became, like... It is the example of what not to do in an ongoing story, strictly because...
We'll have 3 creative teams that don't communicate with one another?
Yeah, well, strictly because of how overblown and ridiculous it got. It's still stupid.
Well, yeah, it was dumb.
What was the one where Mary Jane got killed by spider sperm?
That was
That's
like
not One More
Spider-Man
Day.
Requiem or something.
Yeah, it wasn't One More Day, though, right? That
No,
was
this
also
was like
terrible.
some weird, stupid...
Well, because Spider-Man is always getting shit on, and everyone's
Graphic
really
novel.
happy that he finally got Mary Jane for real, and then, like, he tried to save Aunt May. One more day. And the day he takes is the day he married Mary Jane, so now...
No, he sold his marriage to Mephisto to bring back his, like, 90-year-old aunt.
Who then got killed immediately.
No, she's still around, but it's like, dude, she was gonna die in, like, 2 years.
Well, no.
She told you not to do it.
The One More Day shit got retconned. It got officially tossed out.
Well, yeah, because everyone hated it.
No, it was fucking... Because the one thing he deserves is something nice.
Well, now he's super rich and famous and in charge of the Spider-Mans.
Good. It's like their own Avengers, just full of spider people.
Yeah, basically.
Why does Spider-Gwen just wear a hoodie? What is that?
She's got a mask on, and she has a hood over the mask.
I know, but like, why is she wearing a hoodie?
Because it's cool.
Oh, that's right. Spider-Gwen has to be the angsty one, because didn't she still officially die?
No, she got bit instead of Peter Parker, and Peter Parker ended up being the lizard, and she had to kill him.
Is that an alternate universe?
Yes.
Okay. That actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, the actual Spider-Gwen comic that explains her backstory is interesting.
I should read that. That sounds epic.
Spider-Gwen does whatever Spider-Gwen does.
At the risk of sounding ultimately sexist, I feel like you could actually like once a month for a week.
I don't know where to go with that.
Just to work in something about a period just for shits and giggles, just because I think it'd be funny. Like, that's the only reason.
Gwen, you have the power to summon spiders. Only 1 week a month.
Go, my children.
Ew.
Who the fuck is Madam Web? What does she
She's
even
like
do?
an interdimensional spider being that... I don't read Marvel really closely. I basically only ever read Deadpool and some X-Men comics.
Okay, at least I'll give Marvel this, because DC never just tosses things out. They always have to come back and explain how now that's not so. Marvel at least would go, this is not canon, this is not canon, this was never meant to be canon, and this thing that everyone hated, we're just going to pretend like that shit didn't happen. Everybody all right? We good? We're good. Everybody have ice cream. Have some ice cream.
But yeah, like, my cursory knowledge of Marvel is lower than DC's, because I basically only consume X-Men and Deadpool. Who is part of X-Men, the dome of X-Men.
Venom is, like, literally my, like, favorite villain ever. So that's steeped in that. And I watched the X-Men cartoon and the Spider-Man cartoon back in the day.
Well, everybody did.
Yeah, of course. Watched from start to finish. I even watched Ultimate Spider-Man when it came on afterwards, and it was really good. I love, like,
What's
literally...
that giant robot doing here? Pick a card. Share. God, Gambit was terrible in that cartoon. Which,
Hey, mon ami!
and that's still... Gambit is my favorite X-Man. Because of that show. But he's terrible in that show.
I was always a fan.
And he's terrible in X-Men Evolution.
He is.
And he's terrible in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yep.
Because his...
And he's terrible in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Because his actual, like, backstory and stuff can't be translated to children's entertainment.
Nope.
Because Gambit's backstory is really fucked up.
Yeah, my favorite was always Beast.
Oh, my stars and garters.
Like, he was just always so prim and proper, but he was the Beast, and he could, like, the fact that he could tear the arm off of a Sentinel, but usually didn't, because he was too busy reading his books and mixing his potions.
Well, yeah, it's like, you're a genius, Beast. It's like, what's your real name? Hank.
Hank. Oh.
That's one of the things I always loved about X-Men.
And that most of the time, they didn't call him Beast.
They called him Hank.
They called him Hank. They called everyone else, they called Beast Hank, and they called Wolverine Logan. Otherwise, everyone else gets their superhero name all the time.
Well, Jean Grey doesn't have a superhero name.
Which is, I don't...
That's one of the things I always kind of liked about X-Men, is they give them names that don't go with their powers, like, at all.
Cyclops?
His name is Scott.
Fair enough.
Like, they're real names.
They don't have names like
they don't even get, like, cool comic book names. They just get, like, names.
yeah, like if you
Except the ones who were, like, made up in the 90s. Because they all got ridiculous comic book names.
Well, yeah, but also Lobo was in the 90s.
Yeah, but like the original X-Men, it was like Warren Worthington and Scott Summers and Jean Grey and...
Who was Warren? Was that...
It's Angel.
Oh, that's Angel.
And what the hell is Beast's last name? It's Hank something.
I'm pretty sure it's Azaria.
No,
almost positive.
It's not that.
I'm down. I mean, I'm.
But then you get to like the '90s X-Men, and you get like freaking Remy LeBeau.
Stupid. It's just stupid.
Yeah, Gambit's name is Remy. It's like you can't be cool if your name is Remy.
Hey guys, just wanted to.
And they finally revealed, Rogue's real first name is Anna Marie.
That makes sense.
The southernest name ever.
Yep. It had to be two names hyphenated. It had to be.
Nightcrawler's name is Kurt.
Kurt. Just Kurt.
Kurt Wagner. Because they only knew 3 German names. So we're probably real lucky his name isn't like frickin' Johann Mozart or something.
Yeah. Oh. We're just going to call you Kurt.
Duh. Colossus, what's your name? Peter. What's your last name? Rasputin. Yeah, his name is Peter Rasputin.
But don't they, like... In some of them, don't they call him, like, Pietro, though?
No, it's the Russian
Pater?
spelling. It's P-I-T-O-R. Or P-I-O-T-R. It's Piotr, but they just call him Peter.
Peter!
Yeah, and his last name is Rasputin.
That's not good. They shouldn't have done that.
And his little sister's name is Ilyana.
Oh, of course it is.
And then her X-Men name is Magic, with a K.
All right.
You know who has the best superhero name? Because it's just their name? Zatanna.
Yeah,
because her name is Zatanna. Zatanna Zatara.
That works for me.
And her dad, the original Zatara, is named Giovanni Zatara.
Done.
They win.
And I like that guy.
Yeah, he's only in Young Justice. Every other version of comics, he is already dead when Zatanna shows up.
Oh, man. He's in DCUO, the MMO.
Yeah, because he was in Young Justice.
No, I don't think he is. I think it's just Zatanna.
Yeah, well, because like in Young Justice, Zatara gets turned into Dr. Fate because Kent, whatever, is old.
Well, it's because
Kent Nelson, that was it.
Well, it's because of that weird plant the weird planet dividing arc they had, where they had like all the planet of kids and all the planet of adults. So she had to become the Dr. Fate in order to fix it all.
And he pulled it off and said, let go of her and you can have me.
Yeah.
But usually Dr. Fate is Kent Nelson, but Kent Nelson already died in that universe. Young Justice is really good, and I really hope it gets a 3rd season on Netflix.
Yeah, it deserves it.
Because they wrote a 3-season arc.
Yep.
Because they were going to do Apocalypse.
Damn it!
The teaser at the very end of season 2 is freaking Darkseid.
Son of a bitch! He's like the villain.
I know.
He's the guy.
And they had to bring Wally back, because there's no way in hell they intended Wally to stay dead.
Yeah. Well, also, at least no matter what, every time we've seen Darkseid outside of Smallville, it's been better than Smallville.
Everything's better than Smallville. Nothing on Smallville is better than its equivalent somewhere else.
First season, when it was Freak of the Week, was decent.
But that's because that's when they were still just going...
Smallville.
It
was Smallville. It wasn't Metropolis.
It wasn't Superman
without the suit.
Without the suit.
And he can't fly.
Like Gotham. Gotham is dumb.
Because it's
Batman. They brought in all of Batman's villains at this point. There's a Joker. Joker's backstory is in as few details as exist of his backstory involve Batman did it.
Yeah, that's like the point, is that he and Batman are linked by fate. Oh, well, they'll just explain it away as being like Earth 964.
I don't know. I'm just pissed off with Gotham because it's like, yeah, look, all of his classic villains. It's like, yes, but Bruce Wayne is still 9 years old.
And so this doesn't make sense.
Which means 20 years from now, when he's actually Batman, all of his villains are going to be fucking 80.
Yeah, I mean, what, is the Penguin going to lug around an oxygen tank?
Like, it works for, like, Penguin and, like, the Mafia guys. But yeah, having the Riddler be in his 60s when Batman shows up? No.
Because he's supposed to be a spry little bastard.
Well, he's supposed to be... Most of Batman's villains are supposed to be around the same age as Batman, so
it's not weird for him to punch them.
In between the ages of 28 and 45.
Depending.
Because Batman just sort of
Just hose in between them.
How old is Batman? A little bit older than Superman, but old enough to have a 10-year-old son. Although they did make that easier in DC in the New 52, where they made Superman like 24.
Yeah, that works.
And then when they had original pre-Flashpoint Superman show up, he was the general 30-something.
Ish.
30-ish.
Yeah. All right.
Although the Supergirl show actually has dead straight, Superman is this old.
Oh, nice.
On accident.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 36.
36, there you go.
They actually did that on accident because they established how old Supergirl is and how long she's been on Earth.
Oh, nice. So it's literally...
So he has to be 36 based on those two other numbers.
Nice. Well, there you go. All right. Well, I believe that's where we're going to call it tonight because we're hitting an hour.
The potpourri episode.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Next week we'll do
lemons.
potent potables.
A petit déjeuner.
I'll take ape tits.
Famous titties. I think everyone needs to go through life at least once a day doing a terrible Sean Connery impression. Yeah.
I'll take Schwartz for 200.
Yes, I was wondering if this restaurant served quiche. Yeah. Follow us, like us, suggest things. We love you, and good night.
The gun is good. The penis is evil.